Welcome to Blissful Productions. I'm Chloe D, and your idol is the best villain song, Don't At Me. So, surprise, surprise, I'm joining the Kpop Demon Hunters hype train. Okay, but this movie was so freaking good. Like many, I kept seeing clips from this movie, which got me interested. Then eventually I sat down to watch it and just boom, instant love. The music, story, animation, and characters are all so good! I just wanted to sit down, talk about the music, and create a chill little poetic analysis on why Your Idol is a fantastic villain song, and perhaps one of the best out there. What makes an excellent villain song? When I think of a good villain song, I think of Be Prepared from The Lion King, Hellfire from Hunchback of Notre Dame, and even Playing with the Big Boys from Prince of Egypt. All three of these songs are dark and catchy. They show the power of the villain, often revealing the motivation behind their actions. Interestingly, all three songs have a choir of voices backing them, which creates a powerful and hypnotic feel. Two of the songs, Hellfire and Playing with the Big Boys, are outright religious, while Be Prepared also has religious undertone, with Scar leading the hyenas as their absolute king. On a more technical note, rhyme schemes, the song's key, and even beats per minute are important to make the song catchy and memorable. Be Prepared has a minor key and 122 beats per minute. Hellfire's key is major with 87 BPM. Playing with the Big Boys key is also set in major with 123 BPM. All three share the common time signature of 4/4 as well. Turning back to Kpop Demon Hunters, I adore the music. I've had the soundtrack on repeat. If I had to pick a top three, it would be Your Idol, What It Sounds Like, and Golden, with Soda Pop and How It's Done being honorable mentions. The entire soundtrack is a banger, though. I want to analyze Your Idol from a poet's perspective specifically because I need y'all to appreciate this song more. This is the perfect villain song. The lyrics, rhythm, and rhymes all work together to create a catchy and unforgettable villain song. I want to start things off with my favorite line, which is, "Yeah, you gave me your heart, now I'm here for your soul." Ooh, that's so good! This one line sums up the entire purpose of the demons. The demons wanted to capture the hearts of the fans in order to eat their souls. It also makes me think of the insatiable hunger of a demon and how they are all take, take, take until you have nothing left to give. This idea could also describe how Gima uses the demons for his own gain with little regard for the beings that serve him. So, in a way, this line has a double meaning. The demons to the fans, and Gima to the demons. Looking at the song more technically, I really enjoyed the rhymes in this song, particularly the chorus. The most common rhyme schemes done are AABB and ABAB, with A representing the first line with a rhyme and B representing the next repeating rhyme. For those curious, this is the rhyme scheme of Your Idol. Yours may look a little different depending on how you broke down the lines. But taking a look at verse 1, I had trouble with the first paragraph and figuring out if any of it was intended to rhyme or not. But after that, we have CCD, which is, "Anytime it hurts, play another verse, I can be your sanctuary." Having a rhyme and ending it with a line that doesn't follow suit is a way to create emphasis on that final line. With the music, we can tell that there's a clear emphasis on sanctuary, but the rhyme scheme also aids in that. Then the last paragraph combines both the AABB and ABAB format. But my absolute favorite part of the song is the beginning of the chorus because the rhyme scheme is AAAA. Usually a rhyme only includes 2 lines, but sometimes when a total of 3 lines rhyme together, it just scratches the right itch in my brain. And they did 4 lines. Listen, cause I'm preaching to the choir. Can I get the mic a little higher? Give me your desire. I can be the star you rely on. Though the last one is admittedly a little weak, it still works and makes me obsessed with the song. It creates a rhythmic and hypnotic feel that I just can't help but fall in love with, which is the ultimate goal of the song. The last rhyme that stood out to me in the song is the pre-chorus where Jinu sings, "I'm the only one who'll love your sins. Feel the way my voice gets underneath your skin." It's such a satisfying rhyme. The first line creates a sense of camaraderie with the Saja boys. If the listener believes them, then this creates a loyalty that the demons desire so that they can eat the fans' souls. The next technical part varies a little depending on where you look, but the song is set in a minor key. I've seen people say both V and E, and the minor key is often used to create grand and dramatic music. This makes things more emotional and often more memorable as well, like in Be Prepared. The BPM is 90, I've also seen it as 91, which is a little more than Hellfire. It too has the common time signature of 4/4 as well. Looking at the chord progression, it doesn't resolve, which means it's meant to unsettle the listener as it creates tension. Looking at the chorus specifically, the last line, "Yeah, I'm all you need, I'ma be your idol," and "I can be the star you rely on," have the same chord progression from C to B, which creates intensity. As we take a look at the lyrics, I'm using the English translation from Genius.com. The opening is ominous and unsettling with the words, "Pray for me" on repeat and is accompanied by chants in Latin. Latin has long been associated with religion as it has strong ties to the Catholic Church, which still uses Latin to this day. With that said, the choice to use Latin rather than another language like Korean or English greater fits the theme of the supernatural Saja boys. According to Genius.com, the Latin portion can roughly be translated as, "The day of wrath will turn you to ashes. I am cursed into eternal flames." Much like the villain songs discussed earlier, these lines are sung by a choir and have religious undertones. The Latin translation feels like it could be the lore behind Gima, like this is how he came to be the fire we know him as. This could also be a reference to the second death in the Bible, where Death and Hades will be thrown into the lake of fire. I did some surface level research to see if I could find a connection in Korean folklore, but I failed to find anything worth noting. Moving on to verse 2, the first part feels like a hypnotist checking on the person they hypnotized. Keeping you in check, keeping you obsessed, play me on repeat endlessly in your head. Anytime it hurts, play another verse, I can be your sanctuary. It's all about keeping the listener's attention and keeping it constantly. The second part of the verse seems to focus more on demanding that loyalty I mentioned earlier, with lines like, "No, I'm the only one right now. I will love you more when it all burns down." It's showing how the Saja boys will be the one constant who offers their love to you no matter how tragic life gets. I want to say that they are offering unconditional love, but it is indeed very conditional. They just want you to think that it's not. The chorus repeats this narrative, seemingly repeating the sentiment of verse 1. Two notable lines that show this are, "You're lost in my days, yeah, you can't look away. Don't you know I'm here to save you?" Looking at verse 2, Baby's Rap, it continues the narrative of wanting fame and glory from the fans and isolating them from other bands by making it seem like the Saja boys are the only ones who really understand them. A line that sticks out to me, almost feeling out of place in this narrative, is when Baby says, "Thank you for the pain, 'cause it got me going viral." Interestingly, it doesn't seem to address the fans like the rest of the song. Sure, they're the ones making him go viral, but they aren't the ones who gave him pain. I'm assuming that he's saying his expression of his pain is making him go viral. My first instinct is that he's talking to the haters. On another look, this could be revealing deeper lore about him and his backstory. This could be part of how he became a demon. His great pain caused him to go to Gima, and now because of that, he's going viral as one of the Saja boys. Not to mention revolutionizing the way demons fight demon hunters. He's making history. This one line could be revealing lore that the movie didn't have time to get to, but at the very least, it shows some of Baby's character, motivation, and how he thinks. Continuing with lines that don't feel like they're talking directly to the fans, the next two lines after Baby's rap are, "Don't let it show, keep it all inside, the pain and the shame, keep it out of sight." To me, it feels more like a line directed at his fellow demons rather than the fans, but this could also be directed at them as well. Jinu's whole motivation for putting together the Saja boys for Gima was to erase the painful memories and the choices he made that led to them. He told Rumi that demons suffer from pain that they cause themselves, and that is what they deserve. As a K-pop star, he can't let any of that show. He's got to pretend to be a completely different human being. With that in mind, these two lines in verse 2 may serve as a subtle nod to Jinu and Rumi's argument. The last two lines in verse 2 serve as another excellent summary of the song's purpose, saying, "Your obsession feeds our connection, so right now give me all your attention." It basically explains why they need the fans in the first place. The last part of the song that stands out to me is the bridge before the final chorus. The choir comes together to sing the first two lines before dropping out and letting Jinu finish. The bridge goes, "Living in your mind now, too late 'cause you're mine now. I will make you free when you're all a part of me." The demons have gotten what they wanted. They have infiltrated your heart and soul. The last two lines sung feel more like Gima speaking through Jinu than Jinu singing to the fans. It sounds like the same promise he made to all of his demons. They'll be free from their struggles just as long as they make a deal with him. And all demons are connected to Gima. So in a way, they're all one. In conclusion, the song Your Idol by the Saja Boys is dark and catchy with a clever rhyme scheme, an unresolved chord progression to create intensity, and meaning behind the lyrics that enhance the theme, making it the perfect villain song. Also, a shout out to me for not singing any of the lines even though I wanted to. You're welcome. Now, please remember to drink some water and have a nice day. Goodbye! I freaking love this movie so much. I am just kind of tagging this little discussion at the end here so that I don't have to make another video about Kpop Demon Hunters, because I really didn't want to make more than one because I don't have a whole lot more to say that would warrant another video. But one thing that I've been thinking about a lot is when Jinu left his family. I've been seeing kind of different people saying different things, like, oh, he was probably forced to leave them, and he didn't actually leave them, and it's just Gima manipulating his feelings, to people being like, yeah, he just straight up left him, and that was very selfish, and he did not redeem himself by the end fully. He still has work to do. So I've been seeing different opinions from different places, and I want to throw my 2 cents in. So, about him leaving, I'm kind of on the boat that he was kind of forced to leave them. Like, he was there at the palace with his family, ready to start his new life, and then they're like, no, 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 we just want you, not this pesky family, let's get them out of the way, and then he had to leave them. But even though that was like not his choice, he still feels a lot of guilt about that. And I don't think that's Gima manipulating him. I think that's just like a human thing. Like, for me, this is getting slightly personal, but when I was 3 years old, I was in a car accident, and to this day, I still blame myself for the car accident, which, saying out loud, you probably think, Chloe, that's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. Why would a 3-year-old be at fault for a car accident? And I'm like, well, first of all, exactly. But second of all, part of the reason why I blamed myself was because I said that I had to go to the bathroom, but I didn't actually really have to go. I just wanted to get out of that freaking car seat. And the turn to get to the place with a bathroom was where the crash was. So, for literally 2 decades, I have been blaming myself for a car accident because I was like, well, if I just didn't say anything, then that wouldn't have happened. But obviously, you can't blame a 3-year-old for a car accident. So, in that same way, I don't think Jinu's being manipulated by Gima to feel guilt over leaving his family. I just think he feels guilt over leaving his family, even though I don't think that was a specific choice he made. He's still going to blame himself. And he's older than 3 years old. So he's gonna remember that much more vividly than I would at the age of 3. Also, I do think he redeemed himself by the end. I don't think there was that much to be redeemed for, like, if you pile everything together. So I think he redeemed himself by the end. Like, he sacrificed himself for Rumi when all he had done was trick her. Like, he didn't even, like, kill someone or really ruin her life. He just tricked her for a little bit. Which still wasn't nice, but to me, I feel like, oh, repaying that with your life was more than enough, in my personal opinion. Like, I don't know, maybe some other people are bringing up other sins, but I think between him tricking Rumi and leaving his family, which I think he likely didn't have an actual choice in, I think he redeemed himself. I did just remember the whole eating people's souls thing. So that makes it a little more understandable why some people don't think he redeemed himself, but I still think he did. Because also, he wasn't the one that ate the souls that were eaten. I'm sure probably at some point in his demon life, he probably had eaten souls. But demon's gonna do what a demon's gonna do, and he went against his demonness and sacrificed himself. So that's my really long-winded answer of why I think he did redeem himself. So that's my 2 cents on that. I also want to know, who's your favorite Saja boy? Mine is Baby Saja. I'm team Baby all the way. I love him so much. I surprisingly haven't made fan art of him as of recording this. I've made a lot of other fan art. I've made fan art of what I've just talked about, of the moment, oh my gosh, the moment when Jinu screams, "Because I left them!" Ugh, that's such a good moment. I drew that. I've drawn other stuff. I plan on drawing more. I have to draw Baby at some point. I have not yet, but I need to. Maybe if no, I'm not gonna do it in time to include a picture of it in my video, but if I do draw Baby, it will be on my Instagram, so be sure to follow my Instagram at blissful_productions_16. Long username, I know. Blissful Productions was taken when I went to create my Instagram account, so wasn't my fault. I would have had a shorter username if given the choice. Okay, but I believe that is it, unless I decide to come back and add more stuff. But those are the big stuff I wanted to talk about. I hope you enjoyed whatever speed paint picture I've included. And remember to do the things that I said at the end, like drink water and all that. Stay hydrated. Bye!